Chapter 9, From the Rulers to the Ruled, Types of Governments, Question Answers from Grade 7, Subject Social Science. The big questions. Question 1, What are the different types of government? Answer, the different types of government are democracy, direct and representative, including parliamentary and presidential. Next, monarchy, absolute and constitutional, theocracy, dictatorship, oligarchy. Question 2, where do governments get their power from? Answer, governments derive power from different sources depending on the type. In a democracy, power comes from the people. In a monarchy, power is inherited, usually within a royal family. In a theocracy, power comes from religious authority. In a dictatorship, power is seized or concentrated in the hands of one person or a group. In an oligarchy, power rests with a small elite group. Question 3, how does a country's government interact with the people? Answer, in a democracy, the government interacts with the people by allowing them to vote and elect representatives, providing them with rights like freedom of speech and equality, being accountable to the people through regular elections and laws. Question 4, why does democracy matter? Answer, democracy matters because it ensures equality, freedom, and justice. Citizens have the power to choose their leaders. It protects fundamental rights. It works for the welfare of all, not just a select few. Let's explore page 186. The government also has many other roles. Try to list them. Answer, government roles additional to law and order, managing foreign relations, defending the nation, providing education and healthcare, developing infrastructure, managing the economy, ensuring public welfare, protecting the environment. Let's explore page 188. Which of the three methods do you think is most effective? Why? Answer, the third method, students electing representatives, is most effective. It ensures equal representation, voices of all grades are heard, accountability and democratic functioning, efficient decision making without including every single student in every decision. Let's explore page 196. Fill the blank columns under country A and country B in table 9.1 given on the previous page by taking two different countries of your choice. Answer. So friends, country A, Germany, executive, chancellor and ministers, legislature, Bundestag, lower house, Bundesrat, upper house, judiciary, independent. Country B, France, executive, president and prime minister, legislature, National Assembly, lower, Senate, upper, judiciary, independent. So you can note them down. Next, analyze the table and discuss amongst yourselves the similarities and differences in all the examples. Answer. Similarities. All countries are democratic. All have three parts of government: executive, legislature, and judiciary. The judiciary is independent in all of them. Differences. Some have a prime minister, India, Australia. Others have a president, USA, South Korea. Some have two houses in the legislature, India, USA, Australia. Some have only one, South Korea. In India, the lower house is more powerful, but in USA and Australia, both houses have equal power. Conclusion, all follow democracy but have different systems and leaders. Let's explore page 196. After studying the above examples, list the core principles of a democratic government. Answer, core principles of a democratic government: equality of all citizens, freedom of speech and expression, right to vote, universal adult franchise, separation of powers, rule of law, accountability of the government. So friends, you can write these core principles. Next, you have to form a student committee in your school, make a plan and execute it in a democratic manner, ensuring that functions of the committee are well defined. The election process of the committee members is democratic. Answer, activity plan for a student committee, define functions, organize school events, maintain discipline, represent student issues, democratic process, nominate candidate, campaign, conduct election, vote, then elected members form the committee. Think about it, page 199. What might happen if the king considered himself to have divine powers? How would he rule over the people? Answer: if a king believed he had divine powers, he might rule without limits or fairness, could become authoritarian or oppressive, may ignore advice or the welfare of the people, might misuse power, leading to fear and suffering. Let's explore page 204. Does Shane's country look like a democracy? Answer: Shane's country, North Korea, not a democracy. People have no freedom or choice. Second, how do you think Shane's everyday life would be? Answer: Shane's life, controlled, restricted, lacks freedom of expression, movement, or privacy. Next, would you like to live in such a country? Explain why. No, because individual rights and freedoms are absent. Living in a democracy provides liberty and opportunities for participation in governance. Let's explore page 205. Look carefully at the picture in figure 9.13. This one. On the previous page, it depicts an elected body in the USA in the late 19th century. The people shown in the cartoon are all elected members. What do you observe? What do you see at the top left hand corner of the cartoon? This one. Who do you think is making decisions in this elected body? Answer: the picture shows elected officials but only a few making decisions. At the top left hand corner of the cartoon, there is a closed door. Above the door, it is written People's Entrance. This shows that ordinary people are not allowed inside or are kept out of the decision making process. Indicates oligarchic control within a democratic setup. Next, can a democracy turn into an oligarchy? What can people do to keep democracy strong? Answer: yes, if power is concentrated in the hands of a few wealthy, powerful individuals. People can do the following to keep democracy strong: promote transparency, strengthen laws and institutions, encourage public participation, support free press and independent judiciary. Table 9.2. Characteristics of different forms of government. Consider the characteristics below in different forms of government and fill in the blank boxes with yes or no. So friends, only in democracy we have yes, universal adult franchise, equality amongst citizens, freedom of speech, separation of powers, well-being and prosperity of all citizens. In others like dictatorship, absolute monarchy, oligarchy, everything is no. You can note it down. Let's explore page 206. You have learned the basic characteristics of various forms of governments. Do a small role play of the various forms in your classroom. Enact democracy, enact monarchy, enact dictatorship. What do you find to be the most suitable form of government? Answer: enactments. Democracy, hold elections, discuss issues together. Monarchy, one student rules by birthright. Dictatorship, one student makes all decisions without input. Most suitable: democracy, as it allows fairness, freedom, and participation by all. Questions and activities. Question 1. Write names of the various types of government that you have learned in the chapter. Answer: democracy, direct and representative; monarchy, absolute and constitutional; theocracy, dictatorship; oligarchy. Question 2. Which type of government does India have and why is it that called that type? Answer: India has a democratic government. It is called a democracy because the people of India elect their representatives through voting. The government is responsible to the people and works for their welfare. Question 3. You read that an independent judiciary is present in all types of democracies. State any three reasons why you think it is important for the judiciary to be independent. Answer: A. so that judges can make fair decisions without pressure from the government. B. To protect the fundamental rights of all citizens. C. To make sure that laws are followed equally by everyone, including leaders. Question 4. Do you think democratic government is better than other forms of government? Why? Answer: yes. Democratic government is better because it gives freedom to people to express their views. People can choose their leaders and remove them if they do not work well. It treats all citizens equally and ensures their rights. Question 5. These are some practices in a few different countries. Can you match the practice with the type of government? First, all citizens are treated equally before law. Type of government: democracy. Second, the government refers to the religious leaders for each and every decision it takes. Type of government: theocracy. Third, after the queen's death, her son became the new king. Type of government: monarchy. Fourth, the ruler is not bound to follow any constitution. He makes all the decisions as per his choice. Type of government: dictatorship. So friends, you can match the practice with the type of government. Now let's move forward. Question 6. Below is a list of countries. Find out the type of government these countries have. First, Bhutan. Type of government: constitutional monarchy. Second, Nepal. Type of government: Federal Democratic Republic. Third, Bangladesh. Type of government: parliamentary democracy. Fourth, South Africa, parliamentary democracy. Fifth, Brazil, type of government: presidential democracy. So friends, you can note these down. Question 7. What are possible hurdles in a democracy in achieving its values and ideals? How can they be overcome? Answer: hurdles: corruption, unequal wealth and power, lack of education or awareness, misuse of media and information. How to overcome: encourage transparency in government, educate people about their rights and duties, support fair elections, keep media and judiciary free from control. Question 8. Democracy is different from monarchy and dictatorship. Explain. Answer: in a democracy, people choose their leaders through elections. Everyone has equal rights and freedom. In a monarchy, the ruler is a king or queen who gets power by birth. In a dictatorship, one person or a small group holds all the power and people have no say in government. So friends, we have completed all these question answers from chapter 9, from the rulers to the ruled, types of governments. We have already studied the short notes and summary from this chapter. You can find it in the description and on the screen. If you like the video, kindly like it and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to my channel. We will meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.